A magnitude 6.3 earthquake in western Afghanistan follows a prior quake that killed over 2,000, causing widespread destruction. The recent tremor triggered a landslide, blocking a major highway. Aid efforts are underway, with Doctors Without Borders providing medical assistance. Villages face devastation, leaving residents fearful and distraught. Relief from neighboring countries is pending Taliban clearance. Afghanistan grapples with frequent earthquakes due to tectonic activity, exacerbating the region's challenges. The White House clarified President Biden's statement about seeing pictures of beheaded children following Hamas's deadly attack on Israel. Biden's initial remarks were based on news reports and claims by the Israeli government, with a White House spokesperson stating that U.S. officials had not independently confirmed such reports. Unverified claims about beheadings and assaults have spread on social media, fueling tensions during the ongoing conflict. The Israeli army and Hamas have denied the specific allegations, emphasizing the need for accurate information amidst the crisis. X, formerly Twitter, has removed hundreds of Hamas-affiliated accounts and thousands of posts following the Hamas attack on Israel. The European Union (EU) had given X 24 hours to address illegal content and disinformation related to the conflict or face penalties under the Digital Services Act. Ex-CEO Linda Yaccarino assured the EU of their efforts to address the situation, emphasizing a commitment to removing terrorist organizations and extremist content. The platform has also added community notes for fact-checking posts, though concerns persist regarding the timing of content moderation. Khalid Meshal, former Hamas leader, calls on Muslims worldwide to protest in support of Palestinians and encourages neighboring nations to join against Israel. In a recorded statement, he emphasizes the responsibility of Arab and Islamic nations like Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, and Jordan to back Palestinians. Meshal's plea follows Israel's announcement of an intensified ground offensive after a Hamas attack, with over 200 targets struck. Gaza reports over 5,000 injuries and 950 casualties amid the attacks. Meshal operates from Qatar, heading Hamas's diaspora office. Hamas released an Israeli woman and her 2 children, as seen in an Al Jazeera video near the Gaza border. The exact release date remains unspecified, but Israeli media suggests it occurred during Hamas's surprise attack on Israeli locations. The captives' precise number is unknown. Hamas initiated Operation Al-Aqsa Flood, responding to tensions in East Jerusalem. Israel retaliated with Operation Swords of Iron. Casualties in the conflict have reached around 1,200 Palestinians and 1,300 Israelis. Playboy terminated Mia Khalifa's association after she made controversial remarks sympathizing with Hamas during the Israel-Hamas conflict. Khalifa's comments were criticized for supporting the attacks and violence against Israelis, prompting the decision to sever ties and delete her Playboy channel on their creator platform. Red Light Holland, another company she was associated with, also fired her for condoning violence. Khalifa, a former adult film star, has a history of referring to Israel as an apartheid state and received threats from ISIS in the past. Russian President Putin blames the U.S. for the Israel-Hamas conflict, citing neglect of established settlement mechanisms and emphasizing the need for a sovereign Palestinian state. He asserts the explosion of violence stems from settlement policies and other factors. Putin stresses the importance of minimizing civilian losses and advocates adherence to UN Security Council decisions for a lasting solution. The statement follows a Hamas attack on Israel during Simchat Torah, with over 2,300 casualties reported in the ongoing conflict. Former President Trump criticizes Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu for not participating in the 2020 U.S. drone strike that killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. Trump also faults Israeli intelligence for failing to anticipate Hamas attacks, vowing support for Israel in the conflict. He links the conflict to baseless election fraud claims. Trump's comments draw criticism, including from Florida Governor DeSantis. He also mocks rival DeSantis. The event, held in West Palm Beach, features right-wing figures discussing their experiences with Trump. Representative Gates briefly appears but is not mentioned regarding Capitol Hill's current paralysis. Iranian President Raisi and Saudi Crown Prince bin Salman discussed the Palestinian-Israeli conflict in their first phone call since a China-brokered deal to restore ties. Raisi stresses ending war crimes against Palestine, while the Saudi Crown Prince emphasizes the kingdom's efforts to engage with international and regional parties to de-escalate tensions. The March Agreement, facilitated by China, aimed to ease 7 years of hostility, enhancing stability in the Gulf and addressing conflicts across the Middle East.